Hey everyone, long time no see. Welcome back to So It Flows. It has been quite a while since I have been on YouTube and provided a yoga flow for you guys. I basically wanted to come back on today and do a quick 10 to 15 minute sequence for back pain. To catch you up on the last several months plus, again, it's been so long, but my husband and I were involved in a car accident a couple months ago. And we've been going to a chiropractor twice a week for adjustments and to do some muscle therapy. And so him and I have basically had some back pain that's come up from this accident. And what's interesting is, we did MRIs and we both have some bulging and herniated discs. And apparently my injuries are, I guess, a lot worse than my husband's. However, he is experiencing a lot more back pain. And I have to say it's probably because of the practice of yoga. And so it has helped me tremendously in not only alleviating my pain, but I really truly believe that my practice with yoga has prevented a lot worse injuries. So again, here is a 10 to 15 minutes yoga flow for back pain. As always, I encourage you to put on some tunes that really speak to you. We're going to stay low to the ground these next few minutes for the entire sequence. So maybe play something slow and get into whatever music helps you feel most embodied. Okay, let's get started. So the first pose that I like to get into, especially when I'm feeling a lot of lower back pain, is in child's pose. And so this is going to help round out the sacrum and the lower back by rounding that lower belly in towards the spine and then drawing the heart down to the ground. So you can see that the entire spine is in a curved position. And I'm just going to take probably 10 breaths here, letting the tailbone relax down to the ground and allow the shoulder blades to relax up towards the ears. Just let the arms rest, let the toes rest, let everything draw down to the earth. And here you can focus on your breathing. Drawing in big inhales. You might even feel the lower back expand. I like to think about breathing into the kidneys back here. And then on the exhale, just letting it all relax down. Let every vertebra release. If it feels good, we have 5 more breaths here. You can start to lengthen the heart up, just lengthening the spine. And then exhale, letting it come back down. Taking that 5 more times or sitting in stillness, inhaling and exhaling. And here Kaya is to join in. Inhale and exhale. Take 2 more deep breaths here, just letting everything draw down. Maybe start to move into the hips. And we'll inhale and bring the wrist right underneath the shoulders and lift into a tabletop position. And just take some time here to adjust the body, maybe shift the hips left and right, maybe the shoulders, even depending where you're feeling a lot more pain in the back. You can kind of adjust some movement here, taking organic movement, and give yourself about 5 breaths here to just explore the body. I think it's important. Sometimes we always need something structured to do. I think it's really important to kind of tap into your intuition or into your body and let it take you where you need to go. So the deeper you breathe, the more you'll find that the body will move exactly where it needs space and will contract where you need to release and exhale. Just follow it. There's no right and wrong. Really explore this. You can take some barrel rolls here, or some cat and cows. And then we'll all meet together in some cat and cow. So from a neutral tabletop, pull the lower belly in, spread the fingers wide on your mat, and even press the tops of the toes down into your mat. This is going to create a sturdy foundation for our table. On the inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, feel the rib cage open, and lift the chest. Now, a lot of times we lock out the elbows here and we lift the chin, blocking out any energy or space in the lower or in the cervical spine. So we're going to keep the elbows soft here and relax the shoulders down the back. On the exhale, pull the rib cage in and drop your head. Feel the shoulder blades pull apart here and drop your head. This is going to lengthen the cervical spine. And on your inhale, 5 rounds. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Again, soften the elbows, long in the neck. Exhale, pull the lower belly in, open up the shoulder blades, and press into the mat. Open up the back of the neck, all down through the midline and the low back. And just follow your breath here. Do what feels good. Starting to connect movement to breath. Let's do 2 more here. Inhale as you drop the belly. Even spread the sits bones back. Create space in the sits bones. And exhale, round. 1 more time, just like this. Inhale. And exhale. And your inhale will bring you into a neutral table. So again, in a neutral table, our table is strong here. Soften those elbows and keep that lower belly engaged. In this next posture, we're going to open up the shoulder blades. On the inhale, reach that right hand up towards the sky. It might be too much, especially in the spine, to reach all the way up. So you can even bring the hand to the hip or reach back. On the exhale, we're going to sweep that right hand underneath and thread it through the left arm, grounding down the right shoulder blade. Let the right ear connect to the mat and send the hips back. You might find that you kind of dump into this left hip. See if you can slide the left hip back, keeping the hips high. And you're going to breathe into this shoulder blade. You'll feel this right shoulder blade really start to peel open. 5 breaths here. Now you have the option to keep that left hand down underneath the shoulder, right where it was. Or if it feels good, maybe you lift that left hand up and behind the back, creating a little bind. This is going to open the left shoulder blade. Or you can walk the fingertips to the top of the mat, getting more of a stretch behind the left rib cage. Take 3 more breaths here. If you move that left hand, bring the left hand right back underneath the shoulder. On your next inhale, we're going to roll out the way we came. So tuck the lower belly in. You can even think about coming up through a cat position. You're going to feel that pull on the shoulder blade. And then inhale, reach that right hand back up and down to the mat. Take a breath here to just adjust. And we'll take the other side. Left hand will reach up to the sky. You might find one hand or one shoulder is more open, or again, you could reach back if you don't have as much space in that left shoulder. And then exhale, left hand will thread through. Drop the left shoulder down. The left ear comes to the mat. And then send the right hand, you can keep it right underneath the shoulder. Now again, see if you're dumping into one hip or the other. Slide that right hip back and lift the tailbone up towards the sky. You might feel like the spine is a little bit of a roller coaster here. And then we'll take 5 breaths here. You can keep that right hand planted, or you can find a little half bind. You'll feel that opening in that left shoulder. Or you can walk the fingers to the top of the mat, opening up the back of the right rib cage. 2 more deep breaths. If you move that right arm, just send it right underneath the shoulder. On the inhale, you're going to peel out the way you came in. Inhale. And exhale back into a tabletop position. From here, we're going to find downward facing dog. Just untuck the toes here. You can see the arches of the feet start to open. And we'll lift the hips and drop the head into a down dog. 5 breaths here in down dog. This is a great position for some traction therapy in the spine. Basically what that means is the elongation of the spine. So if you have any like minor scoliosis or anything like that, this is a way to just pull the spine apart. If you think about it, our head is about 10 to 12 pounds, and all of that weight is pulling the spine down towards the ground. But the hips rolling up towards the sky is pulling the spine like an accordion away from the head. So think about the spine just pulling apart here. 2 more deep breaths. Planting the hands into the mat. Start to even press the heart back towards the quads. Do what feels good. You can even shift into the hips. This is a full spine stretch, so stay where it feels good. And from here, we're going to come to seated. So just take one leg and cross it to the opposite wrist, and then the other leg behind to the opposite wrist, and come into a seated position. Should have put my hair up for this. From seated, we're just going to relax the shoulders down. So we've done a lot of flexion and extension in the spine, so we just want things to settle for a moment. So just sit with the hands on your knees. Take a few breaths and let those shoulder blades really relax down the back. You might find that you want to take a little micro movement here. That's a wonderful place to be as well. Just follow what feels good. You can even take some circles in one direction and then the next. And then when it feels good, we'll all take some movement here, bringing the hands to the knees, taking some cat and cows here. Inhale, open up the belly, relax the shoulders. On the exhale, draw the belly in. You can even hold onto your knees here and lean back on yourself. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it in. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through center. We're going to sweep the arms up towards the sky. And we'll take a twist here. That left hand will come to the right knee. Right hand comes behind the sacrum. Just the fingertips here. Use the pressing or the grounding of the fingertips to lengthen your spine. On the exhale, draw that lower belly in and look over that right shoulder. You might have the want to kind of torque your back here and crack it. I advise you just to kind of stay gentle initially in the twist, and then let the breath take you a little deeper. So really breathe into the belly, and then exhale, draw the belly button all the way back to the spine, and start to look over that right shoulder. You're going to feel the left side of the neck open. A little technique too, if you'd like to try in a couple more breaths, is you can start to take some like belly rolls here. An advanced technique is just to roll the belly with the breath, but you might find it feels good to kind of roll the belly in the direction of the twist. And we'll stretch open the back. Keep that left hand connected to the knee. Right hand reaches over, stretching the right side of the spine. We're going to unwind, hands come out, and bring both hands down to the mat. Palms are down, fingers to the back, and just open up, squeeze shoulder blades together. And on the exhale, roll forward, rounding through the spine, and inhale, reach the hands back up. We'll take the other side of the twist, right hand this time to the left knee. left hand behind the sacrum. Once again, use that left hand to lengthen through the spine and use the exhale to twist a little deeper. 5 breaths here. Maybe you want to take micro belly rolls. You might find one side is more sticky than the other. Just stay with what you're experiencing. Breathe through it. The breath is such a beautiful tool to create space where you need space and to relax where you need to relax. We'll keep that right hand on the knee. Left hand comes up and over. Stretch out the left side of the rib cage. And arms will come out to a T. One more time, bring them behind, fingertips to the mat. This time, open up the chest. You'll have the option to come up to the shins, open up the hips. And on the exhale, bring the hips down, and we'll assist the knees in. Take a moment here, maybe hug the knees into the chest, maybe rounding through the spine, drop your head. And then we're going to find our way down onto our backs. So bring the spine all the way down. I like to pull the belly in and see if I can connect one vertebra at a time down to the back. And just let the spine decompress from here. So take a moment, feet settled onto the mat. And you might find that when you press the tailbone in, you'll see this curvature of the spine. See if you can draw the belly down and flatten out the spine. Breathe here for a moment. And then we'll bring both knees into the chest. Hug your knees in, maybe take some rocks left and right. And we'll take a supine twist here. So we'll take an inhale, assisting the knees over to the right side. Bring the left shoulder blade down, left arm extends all the way out. We'll take 5 breaths in a supine twist. Maybe you drop the left ear to the mat. You can bring the right hand on top of the knee just for a little added weight to help into this twist. You might even feel the stretch all down through the sciatic nerve. Three more deep breaths. And we'll take the other side, knees come up, and slowly over to the left side, assist it, and look over the right shoulder. One more deep breath. And slowly, we'll bring the knees back to center. Last posture is we're going to take a little happy baby here. Reach the hands up and through the legs. You can hold on to opposite sides of the feet to the pinky toe side of the foot, or take your 2-piece fingers around the big toe, lift the knees, and draw the knees down. Another option is you can hold on to the back of the calves. Do whatever feels good here. You want a lot of traction or weight onto the feet to draw those hips down. You're also going to feel the muscle along the spine start to flatten down towards the ground, and you can massage this muscle by shifting left and right in the legs in a happy baby. So massage as much as needed. You'll even find that you can intensify that by extending one leg and then the other. So you want to roll to the side of the spine just slightly. It's about 1 inch right off the spine. Well, it hugs the spine, but it's probably about 1 inch or so. And you can stay there and just draw that muscle down. Take what feels good. And then from here, we'll bring the knees in. Give yourself one big hug in. And maybe you take some circles massaging the sacrum. And we'll finish with the knees wide. I'm sorry, the feet wide on the mat, and tuck or knock the knees forward. This is again going to flatten out the sacrum. Hands can come on top of the hips. And you can lay here, maybe extend the arms overhead for as long as you need. I'll just take 5 breaths here. If you'd like to stay in this position a little longer, maybe you extend the feet all the way out and take as long of a shavasana as you need with the hands by your sides. Let the spine just decompress here. And once again, stay down on your mat as long as you need. You can take any of these postures that feel good in the low back or in the cervical spine. We'll do a part 2 that focuses more on the neck and shoulders. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope this alleviates some of the back pain that you may be holding. I think that most of us really are holding a lot of back pain, whether we sit at a desk or drive a lot. So these are really nice postures to do before bed to loosen up the spine, to loosen the muscles around the spine, and to help you live a more functional, restful, peaceful life. So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Thanks so much.